Welcome back to another edition of Cape Ann Today, folks. I am joined by TJ Ciarametaro. He is the Harbormaster for the city of Gloucester, and we always want to check in this time of year because things are starting to get crazy, right, TJ?
Yeah, they're starting to pick up pretty good.
Yeah.
Sure are.
So I guess right off the top, how has the traffic on the waterways been, and especially coming off like two summers basically of COVID, when it seemed like everyone and their mom had a boat and was out all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely the preferred activity the last 2 summers, I think. Not just in Gloucester, but Commonwealth wide, probably nationwide, to be honest with you. We're still, we're still seeing a sorry, I just had a call come through. Am I back there?
That's
Sorry.
fine. You're back.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
back.
So we're still seeing like a pretty heavy increase in traffic and recreational boating. The season for transients has been a little slow. The weather hasn't been too great on the weekends, it seems like, but we're starting to pick back up. I really don't know what that's going to look like with the fuel prices at, they're like over $6 a gallon at the marina, and diesel fuel is like rounding the $7 mark.
Wow.
But it doesn't seem to be keeping the locals off of the water either. But we're ready for it. We got a good trial by fire the last 2 years. So
Yeah, right. Exactly.
yeah.
So now, yeah, we're on the precipice of St. Peters Fiesta for the first time in a few years as
Coming
well.
back.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what sort of preparations does your office have to do in the city to get ready for that in the water?
So we work pretty closely with the St. Peters Fiesta committee. Obviously, there's a pretty large marine event with the greasy pole and the same boat races. It's just coordination with them, coordination with people that give the greasy pole walkers a ride to the pole. We do some, a lot of liaisoning with Gloucester PD, Mass Environmental Police, and the U.S. Coast Guard next door here. It's an influx of boaters and a lot of out of towners. Certain people that may not know the waterways is as good as some of our local mariners that are out here. So we have a fiesta plan that we put in place and just try to keep everything organized as well. Setting up, helping the St. Peters Fiesta Committee set up buoys and mooring markers for the same boat races and stuff like that. Yeah. On the other side of the house, we're booked out transient wise. We've got almost 30 transient moorings for the city that are all booked up for Fiesta weekend. So it is pretty anticipated. Again, we'll see what happens with, I don't know what's going to happen with the gas prices so far, as we're really kind of getting into summer now. It's been slow, but we'll see what happens, but we're ready to go.
Yeah, I got to figure now the graduations are out of the way, and if the weather holds up, I mean, I would imagine it's going to be Fiesta should be a zoo this year.
I think so. Yeah. If the weather holds up, I think so. You're right. School's just breaking out now. People, teachers and people that are off for the summer and stuff like that. Everything's starting to open up. So we're getting into it now. This is usually, around the 20th, things really start to pick up around here. And that's obviously going to lead right into Fiesta weekend. So,
right. And a note for the greasy pole walkers too. I think it's supposed to be like a super low tide during Fiesta. That's a big drop.
Yeah, it is a big drop. I actually, back in the day, ran the greasy pole a few times, and I did run one time on a -1 tide.
Oh,
yeah. Good luck to them. I on the courtesy round. I fell and landed on my back, and I was like, okay, I don't think I really want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I retire.
Yeah. That's a 20-foot drop. So, but we're under the pole. I'll be under the pole Friday and probably Saturday myself, and in our little safety work boat there. It's got a super low freeboard. We'll have a medic with us, hope everyone stays safe. I do have a message to the greasy pole walkers, whoever's watching this. When somebody wins at the end, just be mindful of where you're jumping in the water. It's amazing. The last couple of years that we had Fiesta that I've been here, people end up getting hurt, not from walking the pole at the end. They jump on each other. We had a gentleman that ended up breaking his neck a few years ago. Yeah. So that's my message to the greasy pole walkers at the end. So
it turns into a battle royale once the flag goes.
Yeah.
Hey, so Teach, were you guys involved with a recent movie shoot at all? And like, what's the protocol there when someone wants to film something or work with?
We were involved in it. The department was involved in it. The Marine coordinator is a local guy, Joe Borland. He does movies all over Massachusetts, and this one, ended up having some work here. It was mostly filmed in New Bedford, but they did the open ocean work out of Gloucester. Um, we provide, some support to it, mostly details and safety zones around it, vessel traffic. If an area, they have marine permits for these, they are marine permitted events through the U.S. Coast Guard. So we'll provide like a safety zone around it, stop traffic, let traffic go, that kind of stuff, almost like a police detail on land, but kind of just on the water. And then, any other, logistics, if the Marine coordinator reaches out, needs places to, permission to spud down barges and stuff like that. But the city does have a film permit process, and it's all overviewed by a bunch of different departments. And of course, the water work is on us, but it's just liaisoning with them, making sure they get what they need. Movies provide a temporary economic boom in the city. A lot of hotel rooms, all the catering services, all that kind of stuff come out of the city of Gloucester. The other day they were out there and they delivered like 300 Vigilio sandwiches out to the cast and crew. So it's great for the city, and it's cool. It puts Gloucester on the map. I think it provides, certain tourism benefit too, like Coda did for the city. So
yeah,
that's kind of our involvement in that. Yeah.
Very nice. Hey, how have things worked out with the new railroad bridge so far?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
They're in the fourth quarter. 2-minute drill at the end. They're getting ready to finish it up. A note for this though is it's a dual bascule now, right? It's not one bascule with 2 tracks on it. It's actually 2 bridges. We've had a few people have a problem with that. What happens is they see one bridge up, the other one's down. A couple sailboats have demasted themselves so far this year. It's all posted. There's notice to mariners. I mean, there's a lot of information out there on these bridges, but that's kind of the big difference, that there's actually 2 bridges now, which is, if one goes down, they can have another one operating, or when they go down for maintenance, instead of inhibiting the T to get into Gloucester and Rockport. So it's a good design, but mariners beware that it is 2 bridges now. So just because one's up doesn't mean the other one is. So
yeah, we're just winking at you with one's up.
Yeah. We've had a little bit of an issue there with a couple boats, but I think the word's gotten out now. But that project's wrapped up. It looks great. And I'm sure everyone has been delayed by the train now. And we kind of forgot about it driving around for the last, 2 years almost, I think, or longer.
Right. Yeah.
And then the other day I was on Maplewood Ave, and I was like, what's all this traffic? It's like, oh, the train's back now. So anyways, so that's all wrapped up, but that's another marine project out of the way.
Right. Is dredging done for now?
Dredging's done. Dredging was completed about 15 months ago, all of it. Everything's been, much better in the river. It's been restored back to its authorized depth of 8 feet. And in most cases it's more than 8 feet. And that's at mean low water. There is a dredge project coming up into the Essex. I don't know too much of the particulars on that, but I do know that the Army Corps of Engineers had set aside some money, and they had sent out a dredge announcement for the Essex. I don't know how far into the Essex it's going to go, but it's definitely the mouth, and I think it's going to go somewhere to the vicinity of Canomo Point. And I don't know if it's going to go much farther past that, but there will be another dredge project in our area in the next year or two. But as far as the Annisquam's concerned, that project's been completed.
Yep. Nice. And you spoke a little bit earlier about transient boaters. How about slips and moorings? Is there any plan in place to increase that? Is your office looking at areas in the city where it could expand?
So we have increased. I mean, we have increased quite a bit over the last 5 years ish. We probably added over 120 moorings to the outer harbor. We increased the launch service times that go out there. We've added some transient moorings. Slips is a challenge. It's always a challenge. Unfortunately, the city of Gloucester doesn't own a lot of its waterfront. We only own about I'd probably say less than 10% of the waterfront is actually owned by the city of Gloucester.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not a lot of parcels. Unlike New Bedford and their area and DPA, like New Bedford owns most of their waterfront. In Gloucester, most of the waterfront's privately owned here. But we do work closely and try to help out, privately owned businesses and marinas the best as possible to expand, dockage and fix, dilapidated infrastructure and stuff like that to try to encourage, growth for the city and, for private businesses. It's no secret. I mean, there's probably one slip for every 3 boats. Dunfudgeon Boat Ramp's actually the busiest boat ramp in the state of Massachusetts, in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, right behind the high school. It's the busiest one per the numbers and the data. It's a state boat ramp, but we have a memorandum of understanding. We have a partnership with the Department of Fish and Game, Recreational Boating Access. So we do a lot of work with them there, and we get a lot of funding for that facility. We keep up with, we charge a fee. So we don't profit off it. The fee that's charged helps maintain the facility. So that's kind of what the MOU comes in: grass cutting, porta potties, trash, general maintenance, staffing it. We have to staff it on the weekends, or it would be, the OK Corral down there shootout if we did. Right. So, and we just completed another project with Rec Boat Access in Lanesville. We just recently replaced the Lanes Cove boat ramp. It is tidal, but you can use it probably, 3 hours on either side of high, which is pretty good. And it's all been replaced. That was a partnership with us, the DPW, and Rec Boat Access. We just finished that project last week. Another initiative, we took up a bunch of kayak racks and paddleboard racks throughout the city. We just recently added another one at Stubby Knolls Landing. I think that gives us a total of like 150 kayak racks that are placed throughout Gloucester's water sheet, Lanes Cove, Cordless Landing, Stubby Knolls Landing, Magnolia, and Rocky Neck. It's a give and take. There is a wait list now. We can't just keep adding them because of parking and, neighborhood agreements with certain areas and stuff like that. But that's been a really good initiative for the city, get people out on the water. So we're always looking to expand, or looking at how we can do it better, right? And like maximize whatever, we're looking at, whether it's dockage or it's transient moorings or it's increasing, certain services and stuff. But we have increased things quite a bit over the last 4 or 5 years. So statistically speaking, since 2016, we've had a 600% increase in transient boating in the city.
Wow.
So we have a new facility down here. I don't know if you've been down here yet, Kory, and checked it out. We finished this project about a little over a year ago.
Yep.
We got some showers now and some transient facilities. We also have some public restrooms here and in a conference room that we use. And we also open it up to other entities like the Sea Scouts, Sail GHS, and the Sea Cadets. Oh yeah. So recently, Chad Johnson, the deputy harbor master, just taught a class for the Sea Cadets for their safe boating cards. So we got a bunch of projects and initiatives going on down here, and we're always looking to improve and expand that, of course. So
yeah, very nice. So anything else you want to relay to folks out there before they hit the boats this summer?
Check your boat plug before you launch your boat at the boat ramp. If you need us, our working frequency is VHF channel 14. Obviously VHF channel 16 is international hailing distress, but the working frequency for the Gloucester Harbormaster is VHF 14. Other than that, be safe. Check all your gear before you get underway. If you're going somewhere, you're going out fishing with a buddy for the day, it's always good to file a float plan with the Coast Guard, with the local Coast Guard. There's an app actually that you can file a float plan on. The Coast Guard has. Other than that, we're here to help if we can, and we'll be standing by.
Sounds good. Okay, I got a random question to you, Jay.
All right, let's see it.
Why is the state abbreviation on a boat MS? Why is Massachusetts abbreviation MS and not like a postal abbreviation?
I think, that's a good question. And I think that there's another state that has MA. And I think, and I've always wanted that too. And I don't know if it was, I don't remember what state or somebody, it wasn't Mississippi. Is it maybe Montana had MA for some? I think there's another state that had MA before Massachusetts or something like that, some kind of registry debacle. But I don't really know the exact answer to that. But I think it's somebody else is using MA somewhere.
Crazy.
I don't know if it's on the. I know.
Yeah, I've always wondered. I
know. I wish I had a better answer for you, but it's something to do with the registry. It's somebody already using that prefix somewhere else, county or something. I'm not 100% sure. I'll inquire about it though. I'll get back.
Oh, beautiful. Now we can follow up. That gives me an excuse now.
Yeah, you got to follow up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you'd like to come down, tour the facility, quick little, walk through a video live, I'd be happy to do that. So just let me know, and we can arrange something like that.
Awesome, man. All right, man.
Right.
TJ Ciarametaro, the Gloucester Harbormaster.
Right.
Thanks for your time. It was good catching up with you.
Kory, absolutely, anytime, man. Thank you.
Interested in a sponsorship? Email sponsor@1623studios.org to learn more.